Hello everybody, Jet here, and welcome to a bit of Total War Pharaoh. Big thank you to CA for giving me the early access to this. Today we are going to be playing as AMENMESSE the Usurper, the Viceroy of Kush. So so we have got bitterness over my perceived exile from the Egyptian court, because we're all the way down here. However, does afford me sort of gold and access to interesting troops. That's the short. Anyway, we'll see how all that goes. Now, a quick look at the map while we're here. Obviously, so we are right down at the bottom, or top, as it would have been in Egyptian times. Because useless fact, Egyptians had their maps south up. So obviously, we're well away from the Hittites, and we're well away from a lot of the other characters. But we'll see how things go as time goes on. I've had a bit of the practice just to get an idea of what's going on, but I'm going to be playing this one on normal, guys, because yeah, I'm still getting to grips with it after so much. A more traditional one after so long playing Warhammer, and I've got the 2D portraits on because, you know, I think they look really cool. There are 3D portraits as well. Anyway, without further ado, I guess we should jump into this.
I am Merneptah. No, I am the great Pharaoh Merneptah. 10 years ago, I inherited the throne in the shadow of my father. The strong bull, the protector of Egypt, the chosen of Ra and beloved of Amun, the mighty Pharaoh, Ramses the Second. Egypt has flourished throughout my reign, but now I sense the eyes of Set upon me, and dark times are coming.
Uh-oh.
What will happen to my kingdom after my soul slips into the eternal lands of the afterlife?
Okay, so that's where we start. Obviously, he's still alive at the start, but at some point he is going to pass away. yeah, I think I can show you off the first 60 turns, so we'll see how it goes. I mean, there's quite a lot of content I can show you.
Takes care of Nubian and Kushite territories. He makes sure their mines sustain the wealth of Egypt and keeps the unruly warriors under the Pharaoh's heel. It is a proud and distinguished title bestowed upon worthy men. My son AMENMESSE disagrees. I granted him dominion over our lands to the south, full of riches, and free for him to barter with or conquer. Yet all I receive in return is bitterness and resentment. The more his wealth and influence grows, the more dangerous he becomes. AMENMESSE has no love for his brother Seti and his wife Tausret. He could stake his claim as a prince of Egypt by challenging his brother for the throne. Perhaps it was a mistake to send him so far from my oversight. Or perhaps his fortune is a message from great Amun. Could it be that one day this gold-kissed son of Egypt is destined to trade the title of Viceroy for the divine role of Pharaoh?
Of course it is. So, here's my sort of faction overview. Obviously, we get more gold from mines. We are all about gold as the Viceroy of Kush. Yeah, we are gilded. We've got strong archers, good defensive infantry, but we're weak while charging. So, playing more defensively. We are a desert faction. All the Egyptians are, so light units are our bread and butter. Yay. Not my favourite playstyle, but yeah. And commands gain legitimacy with golden... with golden masks through our commands. And a lot of this will come up to, and obviously we've got court, so we can buy court actions. And we start as the Viceroy of Kush. There we go. And all our other bits and pieces just to tell us about stuff. So, yeah. We'll look at things as we go through the game.
Settlements are not the only points of influence and culture in the world. Outposts on your territory could boost your economy, help resupply...
So as it says, we have outposts. This one is a temple. I can build others which do various things, like economic ones will buff what's happening in the region and things. So we'll get onto that as time goes on. But yeah, first things first, let us go have a little pray.
I will take what is owed to me by any means. Aid me in my vengeance.
Which gives us a little buff.
Ever wise, you have
there we
my
go.
Loyalty.
So we've now got that buff for 4 turns, extra melee attack, extra XP from battles, which is nice and solid for us. However, it did obviously use up some of my movement. So while we are waiting, let us get ourselves some... Ooh. Let's see what's better. These guys have a good range. Actually, they don't even have that good a range. Just trying to work out. They are technically slightly better in melee, but no. Let's get ourselves a couple of Nubian mercenary bowmen recruited. That's all I can afford at the moment. I'm sure last time I could charge straight away, but never mind. And yeah, the other thing I want to do straight away is I want to start heading and picking up here and here, because I want to get the bronze from here, and I want to get here to fill up the region. So we are going to spawn a second general. Doesn't really matter what his stats are, because he is just going to be being used to recruit. And there we go. And first things first here, I can recruit some units here. I can get archers here in Kerma and in Paramses Mer Al... I can't even say that. I've got the native mustering field. So let's get ourselves the infantry housing, which will get me some good units as we level up, especially second level. Some of these are quite fun. There we go. That's the other thing you get access to, guys, is no matter where you are in this world, you get access to local units. Ooh, something's gone wrong with my map there. Early access build, guys, there will be bugs. So, yeah. Let's see, I've got a royal decree available. Let's go for happiness early and then straight into extra food. because they are both key things, because obviously we've got all of the different resources to pay attention to. I've got an upgrade I can do here. Let's get more food going. Level that place up. I don't want to waste my stone yet, so I'm not going to do too much building with the outposts, because buildings generally cost gold. Ooh, I may have made a mistake by letting them fall back.
I
should have gone straight for them.
Right pockets. Royal Prince. I'll spare no expense on quality. I spend my gold wisely.
Oh no, we've already got some of them.
My soldiers will be
Get a couple more units of them. I'm a bit concerned they're going to have a bit more there than I was ready for. We are going to start marching across the desert to settle here, and then we'll push up here because there are some good... While they're a long way out, which makes them risky to hold, bronze settlements are really, really important for us. So that's actually quite useful. It does use up some gold, but gives me good extra resources for everything. Don't think I can get that in places which don't get gold. So, but it gives me access to a little bit more of all of the resources. Ooh. Ooh. Ew. Ew.
Remain vigilant. The enemy is not alone in this fight.
So, they have reinforcements coming in. They are all... this could be fun. I should have attacked that first unit straight away without going to pray. I've already made a mistake, and I've even told you I've had a little bit of a look at this already. So, we'll see how this goes. I do have quite good archers here, so... And it is a big, nasty desert which they have to march across to get to me. So, we will see how this goes. Hopefully.
Greatness
Hopefully it'll go well.
May only be achieved through.
Right. So my spears, I want to be my centre. We will use this sand dune. Ooh, is that where they're Ooh, we are going to press them quite aggressively at the start then, actually.
Assume formation.
I thought I had more than that.
Into ranks. Orderly ranks.
Vengeance.
Oh,
Every
wait.
general takes to the field alongside a unit of bodyguards. As the general...
So my general has bodyguards. He's not just a hero. I mean, he is a hero, of course, but you know what I mean.
Without fail.
Damn, I should have stayed over here and had more time. Whoa, what are you doing? Oh yeah, let's turn skirmish mode off.
Fighters of Nubia.
Your generals have their own unique skills and advantages. Pay close attention to them, and be ready to unleash their abilities on the enemy at an opportune time.
So my aim here is to try and get them all engaged on my front and then start flanking them as much as possible, which could be tricky, and they may also have the same idea.
Into position.
Worthless Nubian rebels.
Yes, I shall.
To battle.
My new guys have much more range, so...
No mercy for backstabbers.
Come on, come at me.
Advancing!
Aim through! Marching! In your places!
Fighters of Nubia!
Take out the archers first.
Never falter!
Yeah, they are going to try and flank me a bit. I'm a bit concerned about this flank. Right, I'm going to move these guys
Have your
quite
troops
quickly
take
so I
cover
can try
from
and
the
turn
enemy
them.
missiles, or else seek out and destroy the cause of this threat.
And these guys can all be braced. So shield wall, but also gives charge reflect. Hopefully they'll get into it fast enough because I did that a bit slow. Right, these three, I'm going to use their blot out the sun ability to make them shoot faster.
Fighters of Nubia!
So this is about trying to get them turned.
The might of Nubia!
We're going to try and bring these guys around the flank now. These guys are going to keep killing archers.
Make it happen! Kushites never miss! Into position!
Keep tight!
On the move!
Have the boss man start charging them to at least distract them a bit.
Pushing on!
Your foe attacks
Oh,
your
shit.
flank. Drive them off.
Kushites never miss! Pushing on!
Okay, one of you can move around. You guys can actually move around the back again.
Onwards! Power and pride! We just have to keep fighting! Marching!
Push through
Into
here and
position.
slam into that flank there.
AMENMESSE! Fighters one!
Loose arrows!
Reform behind and charge into the rear
To
of them.
victory!
Fighters
There you go.
of
We managed to
Nubia!
turn them a bit, but we are taking a lot of damage here, guys. So this may not go the way I want it to. I hate to say it. I might have messed up. Right, let's charge the boss man into the rear of these guys. Into their
No
leader.
quarter! Face me, coward!
See the enemy
Good.
break like reeds before
Right,
the
start
storm.
targeting that
Cut
guy
them
because he
down
is
as
their
they
leader. Let's pull these guys out again. Because I want to open up this nicely so we can keep hitting.
Pull out! To battle! On the move! Pushing
Right,
on!
that's better positioning. There we go. If I can kill him, that's going to really hammer their morale.
For glory! Archers! Fight
You
with
can start
honor.
chasing some of those archers, please. No, you can get here so we can be on both sides. In fact, perfect. That's perfect. Start hitting that guy.
You find my hatred burns hotter than yours!
No, you guys stay in there then.
Together, brothers!
Perfect.
It is decided! We will triumph!
Right, you guys can slam over here. You guys can move this way and start taking out their archers.
Aim for the hearts! Power and pride! Fighters
Yeah, we've
of
still got a
Nubia!
good angle in there.
My
Marching.
throne will comfort your mourners. It's amusing that you think that would bother me.
Release!
Hit them.
Archers, fire! Pull out!
Soon we'll be able to blot out the sun again. I keep calling it dark in the sky, but it's blot out the sun.
Your troops have
Archers,
grown
shoot.
weary from exertion.
Oh,
You must
No,
let
no.
them rest.
It's not me
even as the
breaking. I thought it
battle
was me about
rages
to break
on
then.
around them. The enemy leader
Good.
flees. Now is the time to press home your
It's
attack.
over. They've broken.
Nubian marksmen! Send a barrage! Loose arrows! To
Nice.
victory! Run, brothers, run!
And he's down. So a close victory, considering it's meant to be a Pyrrhic defeat. I'm happy with that, though. My spears took a lot of damage, but they held, which is what you want them to do. But you can see from that, guys, the battles certainly feel a lot more chonky, which is good. I am definitely taking the replenishment.
My influence
As far as I'm
grows.
concerned, it's good. Fuel is coming to attack me. Unfortunately, I'm now not powerful enough to push, which could be bad.
Through your actions, you gain experience, and thus the means to develop your strength and.
So I've leveled up, so this
I will
obviously I
take
get
what
access
is
to
owed
various
to
different
me
things from
by
this.
any means.
As I level up, I get access to various other bits and of as titles as well. I can assign, so I can make my upkeep trick or my cheaper or my replenishment. I'm going to go for my replenishment, especially sort of top sort of levels of replenishment. I get some lovely defensive buffs. That one is lovely, so I'm going to start pushing that straight away, and reduce. Extra replenishment keeps me in the battle longer as well. Other things I can
However
do
strong
is I
a
can
general, there is always a way to.
I can change how my general is set up with all of the items. Like I could give him a Kopesh, which would give him more melee attack, but armor piercing and breakthrough charges is good. Obviously, as we level up, we get various buffs as well.
AMENMESSE.
And I do
Golden
occasionally
Horde.
get access to elite troops from the Pharaoh. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not entirely sure how that works. It just seems to happen sometimes.
AMENMESSE.
Right, let's
Without
push.
mercy.
Nice easy battle for
They
us.
pose no challenge. The gods reward determination.
I think I need to.
Nubia is mine, always.
Hopefully we'll be powerful enough to take it.
Viceroy of Kush.
Yeah. Now, it tells me what it was telling me there. I should have waited. It was saying certain
Victory
units would
is
be
bought
badly
with
damaged,
blood.
but not dead. There we go.
Occupy the city.
And now we want to get up to here. And here, Musha is good
Patience
because
brings profit.
it's a copper settlement. And they are
Driven by
really
injustice.
important. Copper and
Buildings have been
food.
damaged in the recent battle. Repair them so they make.
Okay, so yeah, we've got to repair our buildings. Copper and food are going to be your mainstay.
Firstborn son.
So we've got access to some more spears, some Kushite runners.
I spend my gold wisely.
There we go. Let's get you moving as well.
Warrior of Nubia.
Let's colonize
Claim it
here,
in
and
my
we can
name.
start heading straight
To
up
war.
there. Okay, there we go. And you can see we're already running a negative on copper and food, so I want to be very careful with that. Though I do have a lot of settlements which already produce food, so like here, and here, to be fair, if I want to. Where produces the most food at the moment? Here isn't actually producing any yet. Now, why do you only have a happiness? Oh, it's level 3. That's why. And here. So here is producing the most food at the moment. So what I can do is I can go to the outpost here. And if I get the economic outpost, which I can't afford, yay! I could increase the production by 10%. So that's going to be the most beneficial. I'll leave that for now. We will get a stone building out, actually, which will help. And now we can do a commandment in this region. So that's the other thing is, they all do different things. Like I can produce food for extra gold, cheaper upkeep, all these different things. And later on they will. But to start with, Royal Gardens gives me extra of everything, which is great. Oh, and I have some unassigned skill
Worldly
points still.
warrior.
There we go, and soon, that extra melee defense for all my army, plus 3 melee defense for everybody in the army. I mean, when we're at this level, that's quite a big difference.
An army is nothing without a general, and a general is nothing without a trusted band of warriors by their side. These elite bodyguards wade into battle and protect their leader.
Oh,
at
so he
all
can
costs.
use this. I mean, I may as well. He's not being used for an army at the moment, but giving him some nice little buffs is always useful.
As your domain expands, so does the number of workers at your disposal. Put their skills to good use by building additional structures.
Okay, so as time goes on, my workforce builds up. Obviously, workforce calls various things. I can use them to build things, but they do, as I get lots, my happiness does reduce.
Rightful heir of
Which is something
Egypt.
very worth being aware of. What? Do I have like a... I've never seen that effect before. Sorry, I'm about to sneeze, so I'm trying to mute myself beforehand, but... Oh.
Ever wise. AMENMESSE. Ruler of Kush. Awaiting the soldiers of fortune.
Why has my recruitment
I'll
dropped down to
spare
what?
no expense on quality.
That's weird. I'm a little confused by that. I've usually had 2 recruitment slots, and I'm a bit confused as to why that's dropped. I probably need to repair that. Obviously, lots of gold buildings are good for me because I can happily trade that with other
Consider
factions
any
for
diplomatic
things.
proposal well. Does it serve your goals? Do you
No,
wish to negotiate
it does
further,
not.
or just send them on their...
So, here I get little ambitions, guys, and these are basically short missions for me to complete. So, maintain 8 units, which I've got none of, so I'm not going to do that. So this is probably the easy one, which will give us a load of food and a load of stuff, or I can expand to somewhere nearby. But I'm going to go for that one because it's nice and easy to do. I will be holding. I'm planning on holding 8 settlements
is the
soon
mark of
anyway.
a great ruler.
I just like them because they're little things which help shape your
Rich
campaign
beyond
effectively.
measure.
I could also raid all of these settlements on the way, guys, which would be quite
awaits you.
useful for me. Like, if you're
Time
wanting to do
strike.
that sort of thing. So here we go, guys. So where it gives me that little icon, it just means they'll be on low health at the end, but... Here we go.
Hard-earned success. My influence
So we
grows.
now have a copper-bearing settlement as well, and that is definitely what we're going to waste our stone on, because having copper production... I'm saying that. I'm okay on copper production. I'm struggling on food production, but copper, no. Copper is key. Copper is king.
The fire of Nubia. Golden Prince.
So I could keep going up, which will obviously keep my replenishment. What's this one do? Shields up. Interesting one. This one gives me extra movement, is always good. But I think I'm going to push the replenishment up for now as well. Oh, and yes, we have access to a couple of new things. So obviously that one, which is the missile infantry, I want to say first, but by resistant to heat for Nubian units, which is... I'm in a desert, guys. Do you think being resistant to heat could be useful? I'm tempted to do that one, but I also don't want to reduce the food income. And I am about to grab another
Every so
copper
often,
settlement,
the
so...
supreme ruler makes their way across the domain to levy taxes and ensure that administrative duties are strictly adhered to. This, my lord, is Shemsu Hor. It is also the time when court positions are in flux, allowing new roles to be apportioned.
So during this, the Great Pharaoh can offer positions, diplomacy, and things happen. So there we go.
The Nile runs through many lands.
Okay, I'm okay about food. I understand that. You know, we can harness... Basically, we've got access to a load of things for our first one. We can, you know, local deities give us things. We can use commands here to give us various things. Costs 100, but, you know, we create a golden mask ancillary, which can increase legitimacy. Costs... the cost for using command increase after each use. It looks like it's already happening. Oh, next, the So, yeah, and the court has been unlocked. The command's been unlocked. And on the next Shemsuhor, we'll get Ancient Legacy, which gives you things the power of the crown, acquire legitimacy, fight for the throne. So we've got access to court
Within
stuff.
the court,
Change is upon us,
Pharaoh
and
rules
only the
supreme.
worthy may keep
But
their
the members
place.
each have
Everything gives you a buff. I get extra gold. I get an income from gold and access to Kushite units everywhere, which I kind of like.
many desire to gain courtly recognition.
Okay. And I can talk to people. I can perform
In
various
politics,
actions
prepare to get you.
to make them like me or like them not. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not hugely. It's not my playstyle messing around with this too much. But basically, I mean, I can gossip to make them give me more regard, and then I can get access to things, to their abilities as well. So yeah. So let's gossip with the treasurer, which will potentially get me
I
access
have a
to
good feeling
embezzle.
about you, friend.
Decisions will be made.
I can purchase
and
extra
taxes taken.
actions.
So proclaims the God King.
Let's have a look at this. In use already, so on use. For my command. It doesn't seem to be letting me. Oh, it was automatically activated. There we go. Which I think
Viceroy
means...
of Kush.
No, I didn't get a golden mask this time. Sometimes they are things you can actually equip. And obviously, down here in Kush, we've got a lot of interesting factions around us to keep an eye on as well. Basically, but I'll be early game. I'm going to want to try and secure this territory, but it's a big territory as well, which, as you will see later on, the distances involved here can become
Spirit and pride.
problematic, to put it mildly.
This land is mine.
And as we've expanded, we found a new god we can dedicate things to as time goes
I'll
on.
prove myself worthy.
Right, first things first, I want to really push out that food income, so... Economic outpost. All production from all resources increased by 10%. It does take 3 turns to
Our
build.
latest outpost is complete, and our trade stands to benefit from its function.
Okay, but yeah, so that's going to be very solid for us. Again, here, I can get extra gold, which means I can get that as well, which is another quite useful building to increase my... I mean, the top levels of them are quite fun. And obviously, I get lots of gold from these buildings. I do want to push up my stone production as well, because stone production is... It's important for being able to build other buildings, and the other things I want to make sure I do get are these garrisons to help me hold out, because yeah, not that they're that useful.
On my
But
terms.
now let's start slowly working our way back. I'm not going to recruit any new troops
Endlessly
yet,
well.
but you'll see I can probably already recruit some better. In fact, I may replace some troops. I've got access to a few more
Beware my
useful
wrath.
troops now, so I've got access to, let's see, some swordy units. Basically, I've got access to tier 3 units. The issue with these guys is they cost lots and lots of bronze. I mean, these guys too as well, and that is going to be one of my big things as we go on, is making sure my bronze income is good. Now, what I can do, let's actually access my diplomacy and try and find somebody to buy some bronze off. Counterintuitively, this resource is currently in short supply, so they want bronze. So we actually want things which are red. So there you go. So Tauset, she wants gold, and she has excess bronze. So that's literally perfect. Tauset, let us negotiate with you and do a barter agreement. 50 gold. Ooh, 150. Let's see, 55. I can probably up that a bit more then. I don't really need the gold for anything, so I'm actually more than happy to up it. Okay, no, let's leave it at 70. I don't want to go too nuts. There you go, 204 extra copper for bronze for 70 gold. I could increase the length. Oh, she actually likes that, having its length increased. There you go. So for a nice long time, and that, yeah, quite clearly straight up helps. It means I've got a really good copper income now, which means I can afford to recruit more. Well, I also need to up my food income, but that'll come. As I build some more places up, I will get more food coming in as well, because we do have some good food buildings. So yeah, there we go. Ooh. I've got spare, so actually I will accept that. I'd like to keep these guys on side for now, while I build up.
Great one. All we have is gifted by the gods. Each realm...
Okay, so that's telling me about the local deities. And if we want to click on that... Oh, no, that's royal decrees. We're still on the food one. I will also want to do copper ones there. Where are the deities? There we go, local deities.
Choose wisely
deities.
which gods to worship. Their blessings could assist you in achieving your goal.
Okay, so opens the rededication panel. You swap your shrines to them. Alternate, and eventually I'll be able to dedicate my general to it. And obviously there's lots and lots and lots of different gods about the place, depending on where we are, which we can dedicate ourselves to. Yeah, so we're doing nicely here. I think this is where we're going to leave this first session, guys. Obviously we will be jumping back into this relatively soon. I'm probably going to be doing a Hittite Lord as well. We'll see. I've not quite decided on who or what yet. But yeah, so we'll be jumping a bit further into this campaign, and you'll see there are some still quite interesting things to come, and there are some challenges to come, guys. Not least working on all of this, and because when the sea people come, we also get some nomads through the desert, guys, and they can cause problems for us. I mean, you see how critical already some of these resources are, and when you're small... Ooh, I don't know why that's happening, guys. When you're small, they can really cause you pain. Even losing a single settlement of the wrong sort, especially bronze settlements, can really cripple your income. So I would recommend always trying to have a good buffer, especially a bronze and food, guys. There are times you'll need to spend it, but if you can have a buffer there, that is always a very, very solid thing for you. Anyway, if you have enjoyed this, guys, please do like and subscribe. And as always, an extra special... Well, and pop comments down below. And as always, that extra special thank you to my channel members and Patreons. That's Monsters Abound, Philip F, Nose, Andrew T, Prataru, Brandon, Space Ace 475, Coding Monster, Jason Air, Egg, Scrin, and Jared Horn. Just remember, guys, you will get early access to a few more episodes of this straight away. It should be linked in the community tab or over on Discord for my patrons and members. And thank you, everyone else, for watching. Cheers all.